Problems everywhere. There are many problems, of course, people face in their daily life. And just the English learners face a lot of problems to to make their English speech before others, because you know that as I have said to you that problems and problems, that means there are many problems in the world. And if you want to learn a new thing, or a special thing, then of course you have to face a lot of problems, right? If you want to develop your business, then of course you will be uh, you will be just detained, you will be abstracted by many things, and so you have to face a lot of problems in your daily life, right? And suppose if you want to drive a new vehicle, like it can be a car, it can be any other vehicle, right? And you know that of course it's not easy, and you know it well that driving a car is not easy. And it is also easy, you can say that if you practice, then of course it will be so much easy for you to drive easily, right? And if you do not practice, and just you are thinking that I can drive easily because I can drive a bike easily, so I can also drive a car. But you know that driving a bike or and driving a car is absolutely different, because driving a bike is a two wheeler vehicle, and driving a car is a or four wheeler vehicle, right? So there is a big difference between these two vehicles, right? And suppose you are a farmer, and you are trying to grow more crops than before. So you have to work hard, right? And if you do not work hard, and if you do not know the proper proportionate of fertilizer that you have to use in your land, right? In your crops, so you cannot grow more crops than that you expect, right? And so before growing a lot of crops than before, of course you have to know extra knowledge, right? You have to have expertise in the field of farming, right? And if you do not have if you do not have a vast knowledge of farming or of agriculture, then of course it is not actually possible, not only for you, but also for any kind of farmer, right? And if you are educated, then of course you can grow more crops, because you know many things about farming and about agriculture, right? As you know many things, so you can grow more crops than the other farmers, because you know that most of the farmers are actually uneducated in our country, so they do not know how to grow more crops, uh, how to how to use uh, the right proportionate of fertilizer, so they cannot get good crops from their land. And if you are educated, and then of course you can easily identify what is the problem for not growing more crops in your land, so you can easily identify. So here actually I just want to say that if you have vast knowledge about anything, then of course it is very easier to develop, right? And suppose if you know a lot of words, or if you know uh, huge vocab, then of course it is very possible within a short span of time to develop your English speaking, to improve your English speaking. So here, of course, one thing is very clear that that uh, mm, uh, that of course vocab is the backbone of English language, right? And it is actually a concern with your deep knowledge, and you know that vocab without without having a lot of vocab, then of course it is actually not possible to understand the speech of the famous English speakers. And if you want to be a good listener, then of course you have to develop your vocab, right? That means it is one kind of knowledge that can help you to understand any kind of speech, whether he's a native English speaker or whether he's from any other country. It doesn't matter for you to understand him, right? And so I can just mention one thing. Then of course start your English speaking, and gradually you should also start to improve your English vocab, right? And if you can only say that hello, how are you, and I am good, or I am so I'm fine, and okay, everything is okay, right? That means you have ability to remove your shyness. You have ability to express your ideas within a short within a two sentence or three sentence or 10 sentences. Okay, it's absolutely good. But if you just try to understand the smart English speaker, then of course you can you have to develop. Not only you can, you have to develop, you must develop your vocab. Otherwise you will feel problem, and you have to face a lot of problems to understand the speech of the smart English speakers, right? And so before going to be a smart English listener or a speaker, of course, yeah, you should have a smart collection of words, right? And if you have a smart collection of words, then of course you can be a smart English speaker, and you can be a smart English listener also.